Well, hey there. We're back with episode 2. How to play this guitar here. We've already talked about the body, the bridge, pegs for the strings. That's a sound hole. I left that out. Fretboard, the frets, your headstock, your tuning keys. Now we're going to talk about how to tune this thing. There's a lot of ways to tune it. You can get a tuner and just set it pretty much so as you just turn on, and you can hit the note, find your note, and then use your tuning key to get to the setting that you want it to be. That's one way to do it. You can also go on your phone or on your computer and look up guitar tuner, and they'll do that for you too. Or you can go to a piano and find the E or A note on the piano. I'll show you later on a piano where to find the notes on a piano. We'll get to that, but right now we're just talking about this guitar. Now if you got no other method and you get that to E string, this is your E string, to a comfortable note, you can go up to the 5th fret and hold that note down right there on the E string, and that's going to turn that E into an A. And if you hit that one and the one under it, which is the A string, they should sound the same. And we're going to do the same thing on that same fret, the next string down. That's going to turn that into a D note. That's an A string, but here there's a D note. I'll explain that in a minute. And underneath it is a D string. So they sound the same. We're going to do the same thing on this G string. We're just going to go down one string, down on the D string now, but we're holding a G note. And the string right underneath it is a G string. So they're going to sound the same. Now here's the only one you gotta take note of, is whenever you go to the G string, you gotta go back one. And that'll put you on a B note, which that is what this next string is. Your second string is a B. Whoop. There you go. And they sound the same, you're good. Now you move back over on this B string. Now you're on the second string up on this B string, and you're on an E note. And so the bottom string is E. So they should sound the same. I'll adjust that. Sounding more the same. And then you just check with a chord. It's okay, that sounds pretty. So we'll get away with that. Now what I was trying to get to, and why I was telling you about learning these strings, because as we get to our chords, I'll get to the standard chordings, and we'll talk about bar chords. Which bar chords, they're not as hard as they seem to be, as hard as people like to act them to be. But anyway, just going through the standard chords, an A chord would be here. That's 1, 2nd string, 3rd string, 4th string, all on the 2nd fret. Nothing else. You're not holding down anything else. That's an A. Now what we're going to do here to get to B, there's a fancy way to do a B. There's that way, and there's also this way. I like to tell people about an E chord and an A chord, because an A chord you can also do with just one finger and not play the bottom strings. You just play like three from the A string on down. Now this is an A chord because of this A string. The 2nd string, or the 5th string up, 2nd string down, is the A note. So if we take this and add the accompaniment of these notes, that's a whole A chord. Not just an A note, that's an A chord. Now if I take this same concept and I do this with my little finger here, with my ring finger on my chording hand there, and do that A like that, right, now it's A because, what do we say? That A note. Now let me move this accompaniment down and put a spread of 1 fret between the two and hit my B note. Now I'm in B. If I move that up, there's C. If I move that up, there's D. If I move that up, there's E. There's F. There's G. Now all the way at 12th fret, we're back to A. So this is the same as this, just higher up. And why I tell people about the E and the A, because that's the beginning of bar chords. I'll run through those standard chords real quick. Like I said, that's A. B would be that. This finger is doing nothing. This finger is just on the B note of the 5th string up on the 2nd fret, and this one is just barring, what we call barring. I'm holding on to 3. I'm really not worried about the bottom one. I'm trying to hold on to that one and the 2 or 3 under it, and that gives me the B. A, B, and then C, which is 2nd string, 4th string, 5th string. We went A, B, now we're at C, and that's, like I said, is 2nd string, 1st fret, 4th string in the 2nd fret, 5th string in the 3rd fret. Separate all those, bend these knuckles, guys. You got to bend these. You got to learn to bend those knuckles right there to get off the rest of the strings. This guy's doing nothing. He's just hanging around. I could put him to work making a full G like that, but right now we're just worried about the C. All right, now D is going to be down here. 1st string, 2nd fret, 3rd string, 2nd fret, and then 2nd string in the 3rd fret. And we're going to play from the D string. We're going to leave these top 2 out. And we're just going to play from D string. And we got a pretty D. You can use your little finger. Just do fun things with it. All right, A, B, C, D. Now we're going to go back to E. E is our note, 1st note. So we'll add an accompaniment. And we're going to start on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, the 3rd string, 1st fret. Excuse me, I screw up sometimes. The 5th string in the 2nd fret, and the 4th string in the 2nd fret. And that gives you an E. F, there's different ways we can do an F. But like I say, E right now, 3rd string up, 1st fret, the 5th string in your middle finger is on the 2nd fret, and your ring finger there would be on the 4th string in the 2nd fret. And there's your E. F, we're going to try to get both of those, the 2nd and the 1st, and then the 3rd would be on the 3rd string of the 2nd fret, and then your last one's going to be on the 4th string of the 3rd fret. It's almost as like a C is, except you drop everything down and flatten both of those. And that's F. G is when we just fly up to the very top off this E note. There's F, there's G. And this G is going to be middle finger to the 3rd fret on the 6th string. The 1st finger is going to be on the 5th string of the 2nd fret. And this guy is going to go all the way down to the bottom. This finger and this finger are going to be in the same fret. They're both in the 3rd fret. This one's on the 1st string. This one's on the 6th string. This one's just behind that one on the 5th string on the 2nd fret. And you got a pretty G. And practicing those chords, you don't have to get them all. You can start off with 2 or 3. If you start off with 3, you can do a bunch of songs. C, F, and G is a bunch of country songs. And like I said, there's a whole bunch of things that happen in just 3 chords. So you don't have to get them all right away. And I'll take you on a trip with a few little songs I might know, and just simple ones that you can listen to. And hey, but for now, take those chords I showed you and work with those. And the next lesson is going to be about strumming. Lessons about strumming, keeping that rhythm. But in the meantime, y'all just keep on smiling. Have a beautiful day. Learn how to play. Let's play some music. Do it.